In the headlines, Atiku wins in President Buhari's home state of Katsina as collation continues. Kaduna train attack victims wins Sabangari Federal Constituency. EFCC arrests two in Zamfara for vote buying. And on the foreign scene, Israel and Palestinians agree on steps to curb violence. Hello and welcome to Trans TV News Update. I am Ibrahim Yusuf. Hello and welcome once again. Candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, wins the presidential election in President Buhari's home state of Katsina. The PDP polled 489,045 votes from across the 34 local government areas of the state. The APC scored 482,045. Abdullahi Yamadi sent in this report for Trust TV.
Atiku Abubakar defeated his major rival in the election, Bola Ahmed Tinubu of APC, with a margin of over 6,000 votes, as Tinubu polled 482,045 votes to come second. Katsina State Presidential Election Returning Officer Muazu Abubakar announced this while declaring the presidential election results at the INEC Collation Center in the early hours of Monday.
Valid vote 1058673. 1058673. Rejected vote 32514. 32514. Total vote cast 1091187. 1091187. This is the total results that we have.
The presidential candidate of the NNPP, Rabiu Kwankwaso, came a distant third with 69,385 votes and was followed by Peter Obi of the Labour Party, who scored 6,376 votes. The state returning officer noted that election results were cancelled in some polling units in 15 local government areas due to thuggery and overvoting, among other reasons. Meanwhile, in the National Assembly elections in the state, the ruling APC cleared all the 3 senatorial seats and 9 out of the 15 House of Representatives seats, leaving the opposition PDP with 6 House of Representatives seats. Agent of the All Progressives Congress APC, Badamasi Charanchi, described the results as the will of the people.
Election was conducted, the result was out. Parties were able to secure votes. And, as a result of that, my party, APC, scored about 45.5% of such results. So we are okay with the result.
Many political observers commend INEC for transparency, saying the presidential election results has further portrayed Nigeria's democracy as the best on African continent. Abdullahi Ismayamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
And candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has won 6 out of the 8 local government areas of Plateau State from presidential election results so far declared by the collation officers. People's Democratic Party candidate Atiku Abubakar is trailing the Labour Party candidate with wins in 2 local government areas. Ado Musa completes the story.
There are 17 local government areas in the state, and results of the 8 of the 17 have been presented. The results of the 8 local government areas were presented before the returning officer of the presidential election in the state, Professor Shehu Abdurrahman, the Vice Chancellor of the Federal University Lafia, and the State Resident Commissioner Dr. Oliver Agundu at the State INEC headquarters. According to the results, LP candidate won in Lantan North, Barkin Ladi, Rion, Jos East, Mango, and Bokos local government areas, while the PDP candidate won in Lantan South and Mikal local government areas of the state. Coalition of results of the remaining 9 local governments continues. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
Meanwhile, the ambition of former Governor of Nasarawa State, Umar Al-Makura, to return to the Senate has been cut short by a 2-term member of the House of Representatives. The PDP candidate, Muhammad Onao, defeated Tanko Al-Makura in the just concluded Nasarawa South Senatorial District election. Abubakar Abdullahi sent in this report as presented from our studio.
Declaring the results at the Constituency Collection Center in Lafia, the returning officer Ahmed Ashiku said Mohammed Onao scored 93,813, while Al-Makura garnered 76,064, and Mohammed Agwai of the New Nigerian People's Party got 30,640.
And what we are interested in as far as this form is concerned is the number of registered voters and those that have collected their PVCs.
Francis Orogu, the Nasarawa State People's Democratic Party chairman, speaks on the outcomes.
Of all sorts, conspiracy with securities, conspiracy with INEC, conspiracy with government, everything they did. We have election that was conducted within 5 local governments, and 4 local governments were declared fully without one issue. Then the 5th local government has only 1 ward that the electoral officer of that ward came here, submitted his results to security and disappeared.
Meanwhile, Ahmed Wadada of the PDP and Senator Godiya Akwashiki of the Social Democratic Party have won the Senate seats of Nasarawa West and North Senatorial election. For the House of Representatives election, Social Democratic Party won Lafia Obi, Akwangwa Nasarawa Egon, Wamba and Kefi, Kokona and Karu constituencies, while the ruling party, All Progressives Congress, got the seat of Nasarawa, Toto, and Awe, Doma, Kiana constituencies.
Meanwhile, former Governor of Zamfara State, Abdul Aziz Yari of the All Progressives Congress, has been declared winner of the Zamfara West Senatorial District. Yari, a candidate of the APC, polled 147,346 votes to defeat the candidates of the People's Democratic Party, Muhammad Bello, who scored 58,832 votes. The returning officer of the Zamfara West Senatorial Zone, Professor Rufus Femi, made the declaration in Talata Mafara local government area.
That I am the returning officer for the 2023 Zamfara West Senatorial District election held on the 25th day of February 2023. The election was contested. The candidate received the following votes. 1. Muhammad Bello of AA Party, 65 votes. 2. Ibrahim Musa Anka of the ADC scored a total of 150 votes. 3. Suleiman Lawali of the ADP scored a total of 239 votes. 4. Bubakar Aziz Yari of the APC scored a total of 147,346 votes. Allah Akbar. Salem. That Abubakar Abdul Aziz Yari of the APC, having satisfied the requirement of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected. Allah Akbar. Thank you very much.
And in Kano, the NNPP candidate for Kano South Senatorial District, Abdurrahman Kaw Suwaila, has defeated the incumbent senator, Kabir Gaya of the APC. Sumaila, a former legislative aide to President Muhammadu Buhari and formerly minority whip in the House of Representatives, defeated Gaya, who has been in the Red Chamber since 2007. INEC returning officer Professor Ibrahim Bardi declared the results on Monday. Sumaila polled 319,857 votes to defeat Gaya, who polled 192,518 votes, and Galadinchi Murtala Bashir of the PDP, who scored 14,880 votes, while the Labour Party candidate finished a distant fourth with 2,875 votes. Gaya served as a former governor of Kano State in 1992 and was elected into the Red Chamber in 2007, where he has been continuously returned until this election. Kawu Sumaila, on his part, represented Take Sumaila Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives from 2003 to 2015, before he was appointed as President Buhari's legislative aide.
This is the final result of collation of senatorial district of Kano South for the 2023 Kano South senatorial district election. The result is as follows. Total number of registered voters 1,159,789. Number of accredited voters 556,471. Vote received by parties AA 183, ADC 1214, APC 192518, APM 1944, LP 2875, NNPP 319857, NRM 515, PDP 14880, YPP 4157, ZLP 590, FE 47. Total valid votes 568,780. Rejected votes 11060. Total vote cast 549,840.
Meanwhile, collation of votes have continued in Makudi as officers returned from the 23 local government areas of Benue State. As at the time of this report, results from 8 local government areas have been collated for the presidential election. The figures indicate that the turnout for the election was generally poor across the state. 3 political parties, which include the All Progressives Congress, the People's Democratic Party and the Labour Party, are variously leading with the results so far collated. The pattern of voting this year has reflected some ideology on the side of the electorate, who have considered candidates and not political parties. Election held on Sunday in 73 polling units across the state, where the election could not hold on Saturday. The atmosphere in Benue is calm, although the young population is agitated and eager to hear the final results. In the National Assembly election, where results have been collated in at least 8 out of the 11 federal constituencies in the state, the APC is in the lead, even as the official announcement is still being awaited. The Independent National Electoral Commission has announced presidential election results in Gombe, with the People's Democratic Party PDP winning across the 11 local government areas of the state. Trust TV's Ibrahim Ismail reports.
The total number of accredited voters.
The Gombe State Coalition Officer for the presidential election, Professor Maimuna Waziri, announced summary of results of the presidential election conducted across the 11 local government areas of the state.
The total number of votes scored by PDP is 319,123. 319123. The total number of votes scored by APC is 146,977. 146,977. The total number of votes scored by LP is 26,160 votes. 26160. The total number of votes scored by NNPP is 10,520. 10520.
The resident electoral commissioner in Gombe State said turnout of voters was impressive in the Saturday's presidential and National Assembly elections in the state.
So on the whole, we are happy that at least the election has taken place peacefully and successfully. And the turnout of voters during this election is encouraging.
PDP governorship candidate in Gombe State who reacted to the PDP's victory commended the electoral process and the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC).
We must thank sincerely the people of Gombe State, of course, for coming out en masse to actually cast their votes for our party, showing to the whole world that they have trusted our party. We thank God. Largely, I think it is. We've witnessed a very good outing by the electoral umpire. Of course, there are improvements that are required in the next election. Particularly, we need improvement on the data availability that is required for them to be able to carry out their jobs at the polling units areas.
Conduct of the election and sorting of results for the 2023 presidential and National Assembly elections have been very peaceful in Gombe State, except for mild incidents of attack on INEC ad hoc staff. From Gombe, Ibrahim Ismail reporting for Trust TV.
And from Kaduna comes the news: the victim of the Abuja-Kaduna train attack, who spent 69 days in captivity, Sadiq Angu Abdullahi of the PDP, has won the Sabongari Federal Constituency election with 33,616 votes. He defeated a member representing the area in the National Assembly, Muhammad Garba Detti of the APC, who polled 31,737 votes. Detti is a four-time member of the legislature seeking his fifth term. Recall that Angu Abdullahi was among kidnapped victims of the Kaduna train attack on March 28 last year. He emerged PDP candidate for the election while in captivity. He is the son of the chairman of the Northern Elders Forum, Professor Angu Abdullahi. Still with us on Trust TV News Update, still ahead. Worries over malfunction of BVAS machines. Details of this and more after the break. Do stay with us.
That's good. You could see.
Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us on Trust TV News Update. Now let's recap our top stories. Atiku wins in President Buhari's home state of Katsina as coalition continues. And Kaduna train attack victims wins Sabongari Federal Constituency. Now moving on to other news. INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner in Kano, Ambassador Abdul Zango, just announced that coalition officers from Take local government area were attacked twice on Sunday, and one of them is currently receiving treatment in the hospital with machete wounds. Two are nowhere to be found. Party agents also suffered major attacks, and they are all had to be
Our
evacuated
number one
by
priority.
police and army. They were brought to INEC headquarters in Kano, drenched in blood. Collation of Take local government area results will now be done in the INEC headquarters. Collation has been suspended till further notice because after the 2 local governments earlier announced, none of the 4 remaining has arrived. Local government areas remaining are Kano Municipal, Dala, Gwale and Take. Take is the same local government area where the INEC office was set ablaze.
Security is safety of INEC officials and ad hoc staff. We are lucky we don't report any casualties, but many were attacked. But the few that were able by the electoral officer and several others, they are able to retrieve some of the documents, some results, all the papers and the rest. They were evacuated. When you say evacuation, emergency is purely emergency. And as they are being evacuated, agents attack, they join them. The police will not say, no, these are party agents, go your way. So they drop them right here.
Now, agents of major political parties in Bauchi State have asked the Independent National Electoral Commission to recruit competent ad hoc staff ahead of the governorship election to avoid instances of malfunctioning of BVAS machines recorded during the presidential and National Assembly elections. They made the observation during the collation of results of presidential and National Assembly elections at Aran Road, Bauchi Local Government Ward Center. Trust TV's Adam Imam completes the story.
The 3 major political parties made their observation during ward collection of results for the presidential and National Assembly elections, where results of polling units 017, 026, as well as 008 Kofar Ajia were cancelled because of overvoting and BVAS malfunction.
They did not leave the center of the collection as early as it's supposed to be, so that the voting will continue as is scheduled. The delay of the process and some error has been occurred usually for with the BVAS machine. So I don't know how it's happened. They are supposed to be trained as we know, but I don't know how come they observe some difficulties using that BVAS machine.
What you observe is that the operators are not conversant with the system, because the people have so many alternatives. When we ask them, there are so many alternatives, but where there's alternative, you don't know how to operate it, then it's equal to 0.
However, Umar Jibrin says despite the mock accreditation exercise conducted recently by INEC, malfunction of BVAS machine has disenfranchised some eligible voters from their civic rights, noting that INEC ad hoc staff must learn how the machine works.
There are technical issues. All what they need is to seek for improvement and collaboration by technological-based institutions, so that this issue should not repeat itself.
The political parties want INEC should remobilize those ad hoc staff for fresh training to avoid a repeat of the circumstances during the governorship election. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
Now for a look at the foreign scene, where Israeli and Palestinian officials have pledged to implement measures to de-escalate surging violence after talks in Jordan. In a joint statement at the end of the meeting in the Red Sea resort of Aqaba on Sunday, Israeli and Palestinian officials said that they would work closely to prevent further violence, and that they'd affirmed the necessity of committing to de-escalation on the ground. The joint statement said Israel is committed to stop discussing setting up any new settlement units for 4 months and stop approving any new settlements for 6 months. The joint statement came at the end of a meeting also attended by US, Egyptian and Jordanian officials, amid growing concerns over an escalation of violence in the run-up to the holy Muslim month of Ramadan that begins in late March. And finally, in sports, the quarter-final opponent of the Nigeria Flying Eagles in the ongoing Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations has been confirmed. The Nigerian side qualified for the quarter-final on Saturday after beating Mozambique 2-0 in the final Group A match to finish second behind Senegal on 6 points. Uganda will lock horns against the Flying Eagles after playing out a goalless draw against South Sudan on Sunday evening in Ismaila. Uganda finished second behind Congo with 5 points, winning once and drawing 2 games. They will face Nigeria on Friday, 3rd of March at Cairo International Stadium. And that wraps up Trust TV News Update for this hour. For more news, you can subscribe to watch us live on YouTube and follow us across all our social media platforms. I am Ibrahim Yusuf. Thanks for watching.